Kia ora team. So first flip video, this one's anatomy 1 and we're looking at main skeletal bones. We're going to rip through this today because it's basically just memorizing all the different bones and where they are. Okay, here we go. Okay, so why is it important to know these? Okay, so they're really important for human movement, bones are. Okay, all our muscles and everything else, it's what they connect to. They give our body structure, okay, they protect our organs, okay, and without our bones, we'd just be a big bag of muscles and organs unable to move anywhere, okay, because there'd be nothing sort of solid to move our body around. Okay, couple of lists of upper body bones that you got to know. Moving on. Okay, first one, cranium. It's our skull basically. Okay, so if you have a look there, our skull is made up of several flat bones. Okay, so you can see there how they sort of separate apart. If we were to pull our skull apart, not that it's easy to do that because they're kind of fused together, but that's kind of how it goes together, and it's designed to protect your brain. Okay, our mandible or our jawbone, alrighty, pretty straightforward. It's what we use to chew. Okay, simple as that. Vertebrae. So we have 33 vertebrae which work together to make our spine. Okay, so there's this individual vertebrae there, and it goes together with a whole bunch of other vertebrae to make up our spine, as you can see there on the right hand side. Ribs. We have 24 ribs, okay, 12 on each side, so 12 pairs of ribs, okay, and they protect our most vital organs like heart and lungs, etc. Sternum. Okay, it's where our ribs meet in the middle. Our ribs are connected to the sternum by some cartilage, but you don't really need to know that, other than we just have our sternum in the middle of our chest and our ribs connect to it. Scapula, okay, otherwise known as our shoulder blades. So if you reach over, touch your back, you're probably touching one of your scapula. Okay, so if you have a look at the animation on the left there, you can see in red, that's your scapula. Clavicle, okay, our collarbone. So that's the one that sits in here, goes out to our shoulders, and then meets in the middle here at the top of our sternum. Humerus, okay, not as in funny haha, okay, but our upper arm bone, that's just what they call it. So you can see there that it's our shoulder, goes from our shoulder down to our elbow. Radius and ulna, okay, so this one here, people get a little bit confused sometimes, they get them mixed up, so just make sure that our radius and our ulna make up our forearm. The radius is the thumb side, okay, so if you put your hands up like that, radius in the middle, okay, on the thumb side, and ulna on the outside, okay, so if I hold that out, ulna is on the outside attached to our pinky finger. Moving on. Alrighty, our phalanges in our hands, okay? Our phalanges, our fingers, okay? Pretty straightforward. We also have another set of phalanges, but we'll get to that in a second. Lower body bones you must know. Okay, so the lower body bones, here's a list. Phalanges, we also have phalanges in our feet, okay, so we know them as our toes, just like we have phalanges in our hands, our fingers, we have them in our feet, they are our toes. Calcaneus, calcaneus is the heel bone, basically, okay, so when you're digging your heel in, okay, when you're kicking a place kick in rugby, or just when you're stomping on the ground maybe, okay, then you're stomping probably with your calcaneus or your heel bone. Tibia and fibula, so they make up our lower leg bone. So the tibia is the main one, okay, that's the big, strong, hard one in your lower leg. The fibula are the ones on the outside there, okay, so they're on the outside of your leg, if you touch your outside ankle bone, you're touching your fibula, okay, and that runs up the outside of your tibia. So your tibia is known as your shin bone. Patella or kneecap, okay, pretty straightforward. We all know what our kneecap is. Sits there over our knee joint, kind of slides over when we move, okay, also known as our kneecap. Femur, So the femur is the upper leg bone. So the upper leg bone, or our thigh bone, okay, it connects into our pelvis and makes up the top part of our knee. Pelvis, okay, so if you touch your hip bones at the front there, if you push them, you're touching your pelvis, okay. It's also the bony bits that you can feel when you sit down. That's the bottom of your pelvis, just in there. Cool. Awesome, guys. So that's your first flip video. Don't forget to complete your doc for this video, okay? So there's a Google form quiz, and it can be found on the class Facebook page underneath where you found this video. Awesome. Cheers, guys.